Hi, welcome back to Treasures of Love. Today I'm going to do an axolotl and I'm going to do it in orange. But first I'm going to paint the gills and the feet with a darker orange so it gives it a like a gradient shade. So let me get started on that. I'm going to put you on a fast forward. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I was recording and I was not. So I poured it, as you can see. Had some overage. It all kept flowing to this side, so I put a stick here to level it out. And I have just a little bit left over that I'm gonna pour into this frame mold. And I'm just gonna spray it again because I couldn't remember if I sprayed it or not. All right, pour this in here. And if it's not enough, I'm just gonna leave it till my next pour, and then I'll add in whatever's over on that one. This is gator color, gator orange. All right, definitely not enough. Maybe. It'll be thin. Let me scrape. Oops. Oy, making a mess, making more of a mess. That's not where I want it. All right. I'll move you over there then. just making a giant mess. I don't want too much that I have to clean up after, but with all the little facets, it soaks it up, and then I end up having bubbles or holes after, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. Let me poke. I'm gonna have a ton of trimming. Oh, I give up. All right, I'm leaving it because I'm making more of a mess. All right, it's not popping, if it's even a bubble. There's a papa. Bunch of little micro bubbles right there. All right, I don't want those. Now micro bubbles. I'm afraid to spray it. It'll overflow. But the lighter is not doing anything. All right, I'm just gonna watch it for a while, about an hour or so. When it firms up, I'll throw it on the heat mat, and then I'll be back on demold. See you in a bit.
Woo! The morning light finds a window pane, while the workbench holds a steady hand. Mixing the liquid that captures the sun within the mold where the magic is planned. A pour of clarity, a touch of grace, slowly hardening in a quiet space. Woo! Beads are scattered like tiny glass stars, smallest circles in a velvet row, threaded together with patient design, watching the pattern begin to grow. Each night is a promise of something fine, where geometry and spirit thread intertwined. Treasures of love where the small things shine, transmitting a glow that feels divine. The resin reflects a prismatic dream, while the beaded strands catch a silver beam. Turning a Monday to a golden hour, with the subtle weight of a silent power. Her polished surfaces and braided lines, evidence of a vision so rare. More than a trinket or a fleeting gem, it is the soul that is resting there. A tangible pulse of the maker's heart, constructed with truth in every part. A walk to the market or a cup of tea, transformed by the way the bangles play. A simple garment finds a new voice in the sparkling pulse of the middle day. Accessories acting as a bright decree that beauty is whatever we choose to see. The shop is a harbor for the curious eye, where the resin holds a trap white flame, and the woven beads sing a tactile song for the joy that does not leave an end. The craftsmanship speaks in a steady tone of a specialized world that you can own. Treasures of love where the small things shine, transmitting a glow that feels divine. The resin reflects a prismatic dream, while the beaded strands catch a silver beam. Turning my Monday to a golden hour, with the subtle weight of a silent power. The morning steam rises in the shop of gold, where every pendant tells a story yet untold. Raichel moves like a clockwork hand in flight, sifting through the orders in the early light. The treasures of love hang heavy on the wall, waiting for the lowly or the proud to call. She measures out the passion by the ounce and gram, while the world moves outside like a heavy down. Down beneath the candle where the velvet lights, the creature watches with electric citrus eyes. An orange axolotl with a sapphire crown, the most audacious reptile in the sassy town. He bites the sequins like a suit of chainmail mesh, his spirit made of glitter in a swampy flesh. He doesn't move for silver or for copper coins, he only calls a mirror where the secret joins. On the chest of drawers is encrusted with the stars, healing up the bruises and the jagged scars. Raichel keeps the ink flowing like a steady stream, while the guardian is waking from a neon dream. It's a heavy burden in a tiny wooden box, harder to pick than the master's heavy locks. Love is just a cargo on a sinking ship tonight, but the orange skin is glowing in the amber light. A customer is knocking with a hollow chest, looking for a trinket or a final rest. Raichel doesn't look up from the mountain of the mill, she knows the way to promise is remarkably frail. The axolotl poses skills and strikes a pose, vexed by the scent of a dying paper rose. He knows the doors are pushed in with the things they hide, the truths are only mirrors for the cold inside. The ink is drying on the parchment of the soul, trying to make a frame seem like it is whole. The chest is shimmering with diamonds and with bone, protecting every kingdom that was built alone. Our chest of doors is encrusted with the stars, healing up the bruises and a jagged scar. Raichel keeps the ink flowing like a steady stream, while the guardian is taken from a neon dream. It's a heavy glitter in a tiny wooden box, harder to take the master's heavy lock. Love is just a cargo on a sinking ship tonight, but the orange skin is glowing in the amber light. Is encrusted with the stars, healing up the bruises and the jagged scar. Raichel just the ink flowing like a city stream, while the guardian is waking from a neon dream. It's a heavy burden in a tiny wooden box, harder to pick than the master's heavy locks. Love is just a cargo on a sinking ship tonight, but the orange skin is glowing in the amber light. Oh, just of course, encrusted with the stars, healing up the bruises and the jagged scar. Raichel just the ink flowing like a city stream, while the guardian is waking from a neon dream. It's a heavy burden in a tiny wooden box, harder to pick than the master's heavy locks. Love is just a cargo on a sinking ship tonight, but the orange skin is glowing in the amber light.
All right, I have her out. Here she is. She's beautiful, except for one thing, right there. It's sitting in here. The tip is in there. I broke it off trying to get her out. So I will get that out, and I will either have to UV resin it on, or I will have to build it up with UV resin. So what I would do is I would take UV resin, put it in a little pot, and color it with the orange, and then I would build it up little by little, little by little. So it looks like I have a crackle effect, which I like. You can't really tell that I painted the tips and the legs orange, a darker orange, and the spine a little bit. I mean, there's a little gradient, and that's kind of what I wanted, but I did want it a little more pronounced. But it's fine. It looks perfect to me. Just trim up the bottom. Hey, Bart. Bart says hi again. And I'm gonna bling her out. So she'll have a crown, and she'll have rhinestones everywhere. And I'll show you on a few minutes. So just stay tuned, and I'll put that on fast forward. Me blinging everything out. See you in a bit. I forgot to demold the trinket drawer. I forgot to demold the trinket drawer. Let me do that right now for you. I have to put gloves on. I have these cheapy gloves that came with an order. I'm waiting on Amazon to deliver the regular gloves. And this is very hard to demold. Let's see if it's any easier with that mold release spray. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in these gloves. The suction on here is incredible. I can't get in there with these gloves. Alright, this is going to have to wait. Oh my gosh. I'm gaining muscles in my fingers from this. Alright, perfect. Those came out. Usually, always a piece is missing. Perfection. Alright, let's do the tray, because that's like the easiest thing. Alright, so there's the tray. Alright, give this another try. Let me put some spray in there. See if that will release the suction. Oh, much better. Whew. Need to start using that soapy spray all the time. God, my first time demolding this, I think it took me 20-30 minutes. All right. Perfect. The knobs are my enemy. All right, let's get this puppy out. Let me spray it. It's not easy. God, I'm surprised I haven't ripped this thing yet. Oh my God. Whew. All right, check her out. And this is gonna be blinged out. Everything so far came out. It needs just a little filing. Oh, perfect. Everything came out perfect. And then the drawers go in like this. And then the tray, yeah, goes like that. And it will be completely blinged out. All right. I'll show you the pictures at the end.